Hello creative coders, welcome to our channel Creative Coding. I hope you all are doing great. So in this video we are going to achieve a basic functionality which you might have seen on many websites like this. So in this we have provided 4 buttons which allows you to adjust the size of your text which you are seeing on a web page. You have seen this functionality on many websites or on Kindle or any blogs that you read. So it allows user to adjust the size according to their will, and we are going to achieve this today in this video. So watch this video till end. And if you're new to our channel, my name is Shikhar Vania. I'm an educator, mentor, and a web developer. I have my own Instagram page where I post content like this and many other daily. So don't forget to check that out. The link is in the description. And let's get started. So let's talk about Newton School first. Newton School is a platform which provides individuals a career in tech. It has courses specially designed for freshers, individuals, working professionals, and even women who don't have any knowledge in tech. Around 300 companies hire from Newton School, and Newton School also provides a pay after placement policy under which you don't have to pay anything to Newton School until and unless you are placed with a bare minimum of 5 lakh CTC. Sounds great, right? Let's talk about another initiative taken by Newton School called Launchpad. So, Launchpad is for those who want to start their coding journey from scratch. It has all the courses that you need to start a coding journey like Java, Python, data structures, JavaScript, Node.js, SQL, you name it, they have it. And the main advantage of using this Launchpad is you get a certificate of completion, you get a developer community, you got the best instructors to teach you, you also got a hands-on experiences, and you will become job ready. And all of this Newton School is providing for free. Yes, so don't forget to check that out. So here we are in the code editor, and let's start by giving the basic structure to our resize font functionality. So as you can see in our HTML, we have added the basic structure of every web page. We have also added the CDN of jQuery, as you can see on line 12. Okay, so since we are going to be using jQuery, that's why we have added the CDN. So let's start first with a div, and let's give it a class container. Okay, let's close this. Inside this I want another div of class controls, uh, under which there reside that font control. Okay, so div, and inside this basically I want 4 font controls. So first will be small, second one will be medium, third will be large, and fourth one will be max. So those will be A tags, anchor tags A. Href will be hash since it will not redirect us anywhere. And let's also give it an ID of first will be small, so small. Let's close this. Okay, and inside this I want capital A. So as you can see, we got this capital A. In the same way, I want 3 more anchor tags. So one, two, three. Second one will be medium. Third one will be large, and fourth one will be max. And initially, I want to show that medium one is selected or active. So I want to add a class here as active. Okay. Now below this, I want h1 tag. Okay, inside this there will be heading. Below this I want h2 tag, and beside this there will be subheading. Okay, and below this H2 I want to show a dummy text, so that will come under P. So here I want to show a dummy text. I have added it as a comment here. So let me copy this. You can find the dummy text on Google as well. You just have to write search dummy text. It will give you that text. Okay. So as you can see, we got this basic structure on our output ready. Now let's style it in CSS. Okay, so as you can see in CSS, I have added the font family as Poppins. So we're going to use Poppins as a font on our web page. And let me target the whole document using star. I don't want any margin, so margin will be 0. I don't want any padding as well, so padding will be 0. So as you can see, there's no space, there's no padding between the elements. I want font style to be Poppins, comma sans hyphen serif. Okay, this will be font family. So as you can see, the font family got changed. Okay. Next, I don't want any text decoration or on our anchor tags, so text decoration will be none. So all the anchor tags got the underline of the anchor tags got removed. Next, let's target the body tag, and I want to change the background color as hash F6F7FC. Okay. All right. Now let's target the container. As you can see in our HTML, we have this class as container. So dot container. Okay. I want to provide it a width of 100%. Maximum width will be 400 pixel. Okay. Also, I want to change the background as linear gradient. We have to specify basically three things in linear gradient. First will be the angle of your gradient, so this will be 315 degree. Then the color of the gradient, so first color will be 485461. So hash 485461, and the second color will be 28313b. Okay, so 28313b. As you can see, we got this basic gradient on our background. Okay. Now I want to have some padding values. So padding will be 40 pixel. So we got left, top, right, and bottom values as this 40 pixel. Okay. Let me add the margin property as well. So margin will be, let's say, 10%. Okay. So as you can see, we got this. Okay. Next, I want to add a shadow behind, but before that, let me add the border radius property of 50 pixel. So we got the border as circular. Okay. Next, I want to give it a box shadow. So box shadow will be basically it provides multiple parameters. First one will be horizontal distance 0, vertical distance 0, then blur value. Let me say 50 pixel. Okay, so it will give you this kind of background. Also, I want the spread to be 0, and then it asks for the color of your shadow. So let's say RGBA for black 000, and then you have to provide the opacity. So let's say 0.55. Okay, so we got this light black background, sorry, box shadow. Okay, so this looks great. Next, I want to target all of these controls which is present inside the controls class. So dot controls, and inside this, as you can see, we are having these controls. Let me change the color first. Hash 333. Uh, it will be, I don't know, 222. I want to change the color, so let me remove that. Let's deal with that later. First, let's position it to absolute. Okay, and I want to float it on left side, sorry, right side. Okay, so it will get changed on the right. Let me change the background first. So background will be hash 333. So as you can see, we got this as the background. Okay. Next, let's add some padding values. Let's say 2 pixel. I want to give it a width as well of 25 pixel. Okay, so as you can see, all of the anchor tags are now one below the other. Okay. Next, I want to add a margin property. So margin will be 8 pixel top, left will be 0, right will be 0, and bottom will be 440 pixel. So it got shifted to the right side. Okay, and as you can see, when I scroll, it is getting stick to our box since we have defined the position as absolute. Okay, so this is done. Also, I want to text align as center, so it will get aligned in center. And in the end, I want to add a transition property for the animation, so this will be 0.25 is in and out. Okay, now I want to target all the anchor tags which is present inside controls. So controls A, let's first change the color as AAA, sorry, hash AAA. So you can see all of the color of the anchor tag got changed. Next, let's increase the font size. So font size will be, let's say, 24 pixel. This is going to change. This is we are just providing this font size as a default. This is going to change later. Okay, font weight will be bold. Okay, also I want to display it as block, so let's say display it as block. Okay, and let's increase the padding. Let's say 5 pixel. Okay, so now this is looking great. Okay, now I want to change some, I want to apply some effects, some hover effects. So let's say dot controls A colon hover. Okay, at first let's change the background, let's change the color to white, and let's change the background as black. So FFF, sorry, 000. So as you can see, when I'm hovering over the button or the anchor tag, we get to see this an effect. Okay, the background is changing to black and the font color is changing to white. I want it to have a transition property. Let's say 0.25 second is in and out. So when I'm hovering over it, it will take 0.25 seconds to complete the effect. Okay, so that is that. Now let's, as you can see, we have added the ID of class medium to the this second anchor tag. So let's target that. So dot controls a dot active. Okay, and inside this, let's change the background hash 000 and the color FFF. Initially, the user will know that this medium font size is active. Okay. Now let's change the font size according to that ID small, medium, large. So hash first will be small. So for this, I want to change the font size. Let's say 10 pixel. Okay, like this. I want the same for three more IDs. This will be medium, this will be large, and this will be max. And for medium, I want the font size to be 14 pixel. For large, I want the font size to be 18 pixel. And for max, I want the font size to be 24 pixel. As you can see, we got this increasing size of the fonts, which shows the user that this is the small and this is the larger one. Okay. Now let's see these headings. So H1, H2, and P. For all these tags, I want to change the color as white. So FFF. Okay. Now let's target the H1. For H1, I want to increase the font size. Okay. So the font size, let's say, will be 36 pixel. I want to increase the font weight, let's say bold, and I want to increase some margin bottom property, let's say 10 pixel or 15 pixel. Okay, so it will increase some space, some bottom margin to this heading tag. Okay. In the same way, I want to target the H2 tag. Font size will be 24 pixel. Okay, I don't want to add some font weight, and I want to add margin bottom, let's say 10 pixel. So it will increase some 10 pixel margin bottom value. And for P, I don't think I want anything. Font P looks great, but let's change the font size of that 14 pixel. This is the size according to our medium size. Okay, so this 36 for H1, 24 for H2, and 14 for P. This is the styling for medium thing, or the medium font size. Okay, so I think our basic styling is complete. Let me center this. Let's go to our body selector. Let's display it as flex, justify content as center. So now we got our this box in the center. So that's all for the styling part. Okay, now let's give all these buttons its functionalities. Okay. Okay, so let's come to the JS part. Let me adjust this here. Okay, so also let's adjust these windows. Okay, so as you all know, we are going to use jQuery, and in JavaScript, to select a particular tag, you have to use dollar sign if you are using jQuery. Okay, so dollar uh, for the whole document. I'm selecting the whole document. Okay, dot ready, and inside this ready function. I want to call a function. Okay. So what this statement will do, it will target the document and it will check if the whole document is ready, and if it is ready, it will call this function. Okay. Since it is a function, it will start with curly braces. Okay. So now inside this function, I have to specify the code or some things that I have to perform. Okay. So first, I want to target this small anchor tag. So dollar inside this hash small. You have to specify some ID or class here inside these codes. Okay, and I want to add an event of click here. So whenever we click on this ID, some function will call. So function E means the event. It will hold the information of that click event. Okay, and since it is a function, we have to write the curly braces open close. Okay, so this is the structure, basic structure of selecting or adding event to an ID. Okay, so whenever user click on this ID, I want to call a function. First, if any functionality is added previously to our click event, we have to prevent that. So e dot uh, prevent default. Okay, so it will prevent anything to happen if any default styling or default functionality is previously added to our event tag, event object. Okay, so after this, I want to target all the h1 tags. So h1 dot animate is the jQuery function which will give a transition animation to your tags. Okay, animate inside this, I want to change the font size property, and I want to change the font size as 24 pixel. So let me show you this in action. When I click on this, I think there's some error. Let me check. Okay, I have to specify this in curly braces. That's why it was showing error. Okay. Okay, so when I click on this, you can see our heading tag is getting small. Okay, it is getting font size is 24 pixel. In the same way, I want to add two more for h2 tag and for p tag. Okay, for h2, I want to change the font size as 16, and for h and for p, I want to change it to 14. Okay, or else 12. So when I click on this, you can see the font size is getting decreased as we have specified here. Okay, now in the same way, let's add these three more times for medium, large, and max. So this will be medium, and for h1 I want the font size to be 36. Font size for h2 will be 24, and font size for p will be 16 or 14. Okay, so this is it. Let me show you. When I click on small, the size is getting decreased. When I click on a, this medium, the size is getting increased. Okay, also for large, in large, for h1 tag, I want the maximum H1 for H1 tag. I want the font size to be 48 pixel. For H2, I want the font size to be 30 pixel. Okay, and for P, I want the font size to be 16 pixel. In the same way, for Max, in Max for H1, I want the font size to be 56. For H2, I want the font size to be 42. And for P, I want the font size to be 24. Okay, so let's see. When I click on small, the size is getting decreased. When I click on medium, the size is getting increased according to the values that we have provided here. When I click on large, the size is getting increased, and when I click on max, the size is getting increased. So this is the functionality that we have achieved for font size. Obviously, this is my values. If you want to specify your values, you can do that. You're free to do that. Okay. Also, you might have noticed that when I click on A button, I want the this part, this small ID, to be inactive. Okay, when I click on the large, I want this large ID to get active. So for that, basically all of these are anchor. So let's target it. A. Okay, dot click. I want to call a function, and inside this function, for the clicked one, for this A, I want to remove the class of our active. Okay, and there is a keyword in JavaScript called this. Whenever you click on something, whenever you hover on something, whenever you submit a button, the active or the the a particular tag that you have clicked or you have hover over, this keyword contains that tag. Okay, so for this I want to add the class active. So when I click on A, as you can see, the A class is getting as active. The class active is getting to large now, and the class active is now getting to the max tag. So this is the using this remove class and add class, you can shift the class name to one tag to another. Okay, so I guess that's it. We have achieved this functionality of resize font. Looks great, right? So I really wish you liked this functionality that we have just created, and I really hope you learned something out of it. If you have any doubt related to this, you can comment down under the comment section, or you can contact me on these social media handles. I would love to help you out. Do check out the Newton School website if you are looking for a job or if you want to level up your coding skills. So keep learning, keep growing. Thank you.